cuddle monster on my mind, safe embrace.
Hello and welcome, y'all. Today we are going to take a look at one of my favorite animals in Conan Exiles, and they are the sabers. So there are three different versions right now that you can get with between the ones in game and between the cosmetic options that we've had available. So you have the standard on the right, the greater saber. You have the Pictish in the middle, and then you have the Yamatai on the end. And all three to me look absolutely amazing. I love them. But we're going to go ahead and take a look at a couple of places where you are guaranteed to find babies. And then we'll take a look at the process for growing them and hopefully getting the best options. So we start off right here. This is what I usually do. I just teleport into the Black Keep. And then I run down the snowy path to make my way to the Chasm. You can go in from above as well. Obviously, I mean, this is just the way that I usually run it. So I run all the way down the ice here, down the snowy coast, away to the giant ice chasms here. The very last one, I follow the path all the way down. The first right turn, I go ahead and take it. And then we continue down. And then the next right turn, go ahead and take it. And yes, there are a lot of avalanches out here, so you just kind of have to be careful. Eventually they will de-aggro. If you look for that spot right there in the wall, then you know you're going the right way. Then right here, once the rock looks different again, you just turn left and follow all the way down until you get to your mama saber and your babies. There's always going to be one adult and always going to be two babies right here. All you have to do is run in, get rid of the adults. You are free to nab the babies. The avalanches, if you're higher level and you feel like fighting those big rock avalanches, go for it. Me personally, I don't like poking them because I usually get knocked down quite a bit. So it's up to you. I just run past them and keep running until they de-aggro, and then I come get the babies. Yeah, both babies. So these are the saber kittens. And now we're going to go to the next spot. So this spot is a little bit easier because you don't really have to prep for the cold weather. This spot is just basically running the Jabal Sog dungeon, the Moonlight Grove. So you go to that location I just showed on the map. You go and speak with the were hyena. He can teach you the Midnight Alchemist, and you also can purchase the potion with just 5 feral flesh. And there's plenty of scorpions around for you to kill and get feral flesh right there, so it's not too bad. But you basically run through the whole dungeon, and you get to the saber part where you can pick up babies. Now, the good thing about running this dungeon and also getting the babies at the same time is all of the bosses that you fight here give you Shade Bloom. And Shade Bloom is what we're going to need to have the best percentage for getting graders. So all the bosses, if you harvest them with a sickle, you get the most back for the Shade Bloom. So we just make our way through, we fight all of the minions, make sure we kill the bosses and harvest for the Shade Bloom. And by the time we leave the dungeon, we should have plenty of Shade Bloom to work with. So we finally get to the saber area here. Just kill all of the aggressive creatures and then try to nab the babies. And there's always 2 here. So you have 2 guaranteed here, 2 guaranteed in the snow area. There we go. And we're just going to continue through the dungeon. Like I said, we want that Shade Bloom. So we're going to keep fighting the bosses. Oh, well. Ride a bull for a second, I guess. But we'll take him out. Go. Alrighty, on to the final boss here. Now, as far as the meat goes, we are going to want the pork. We're going to want the pig meat. So you're going to go kill some boars, get that pig meat, and then we're going to use that with the Shade Bloom to make fatty shade spice, or shade spice fatty meat. So we're going to use that. That's going to give us a 30% chance at a greater saber. That is your best outcome right there. Still not guaranteed, but those are your best options. Every saber does have different stats as they level. They're not all the same. It's kind of cool to level them, see their perks. There you have it. So that's just a basic quick run through guide for the sabers. So it's not that difficult and you can get them fairly easily. I do love running the dungeon. That's my favorite dungeon in the game to run, so I'm all for running it. Plus there are other babies in that dungeon you can get, which I may cover on a later video, but the Sabres are just one of my favorites. I wanted to start with them for sure. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I do have a link in the top right to one of my other Conan videos if you'd like to check it out. Please remember to like and subscribe for more, and you guys are absolutely amazing.